Hi, I'm Rachel K. Collier and you're watching RKC Weekly. Welcome back to RKC Weekly, everybody. This week I've been hanging out in LA, been hanging out with some old friends, checking out some seriously vintage gear, and right now we're off to Roland HQ in East Los Angeles.
Ready, waiting, they try to rule every time. Little demons, they like to crush inside. And they're feeding, screaming in my mind. Keep them starving, they won't wear the crown tonight.
So we made it to Roland HQ and we're currently in the product specialist room. You might remember a few weeks ago I posted a video
I'm not saying it wasn't good, 'cause it was good, yes.
because I got to do the launch of the MC 707. Ta-da! But that day there was loads of new gear released, and one piece of gear in particular that stood out to me was this beautiful synth, the Phantom. But even more exciting, the person who demoed this Phantom was a super cool dude called Ashton Miranda, who is a musical director and keys player for Edsheeran, Anne-Marie, and a few other big A-list names. Now, I was super lucky. I got to steal Ashton for 5 minutes and I got to interview him in front of Abbey Road. So let's go and talk to Ashton and check out what he's got to say. So I started chatting to Ashton because he was also demoing a new product from Roland.
Yes.
And yeah, his story is really crazy. So I thought, why not get him on RKC Weekly and tell the story? So Ashton, you were telling me earlier you play keys for Ed Sheeran and
Anne-Marie, those are my two main acts that I kind of go out with. Mainly Anne-Marie because she takes up most of my time, and Ed is kind of like
Amazing.
a one-man band. But
Oh,
whenever
wow.
he needs a keys player, he always calls me.
Yeah.
We were actually here like a month and a half ago filming some videos with him for his new acoustic videos.
So cool.
yeah.
And like you, a musical director for them as well?
Musical director for Anne-Marie and a few other artists. Girl called Elle Divine. Do some work with Mabel. Do some work with James Arthur.
So
um,
cool.
yeah,
And
it's
so
a-
like, what does it entail, like being a musical director?
It's kind of like you have to be an organised person, I think. So it's basically you're in charge of creating the show from top to bottom musically, looking at like the set list, the flow, the dynamics of the show, looking at how we take, how we make the live arrangements better, taking it from the studio to the stage and keeping it faithful, do you know what I mean, to the record, not changing it too much.
Sure. So you have to like select all the patches and
Program the sounds and work with the stems and work with the vocals and the backing vocals and yeah.
Because you're the musical director for the band, do you have to do that for everybody in the band? Like,
Yes and no. Some people, it depends on what their level is.
Right,
So
okay.
sometimes I program the bass synth, sometimes the bass player does it.
Yeah.
So it's just making sure that everything is running correctly
Yeah,
and that
sure.
management are happy, artist is happy, production manager's happy, tour manager's happy.
Is it quite a lot of pressure?
I think once I've got like a system.
Right.
It took me a while to find out my flow and how I did things, but once you find your way of doing it, it's not too stressful.
And is it fun?
I love it. It's the
love
best. Yeah, it is the best. I mean, like when I go on stage, like don't get me wrong, like to just go on stage as a musician is amazing. To not have the worry of the playback and the vocals and all these other parts, and just go on and play your instrument.
Yeah, I feel
Sometimes I look across to like Ollie, the drummer, and like Tom, the guitarist, and they're just like rocking out, and they're just
man.
totally in on what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm there playing the parts, thinking about playback, thinking is Anne-Marie okay, thinking what's going on with the lighting, what's happening here, what's happening next. So, yeah, but I like being in charge. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a lot to think about though, definitely. So actually, tell us how the hell did you get into this? Like, what's your story?
So I sing as well as I play, and I started.
You sing as well?
Sing a bit. So I started as a backing vocalist,
okay.
and I was on an agency,
Yeah.
and I used to get occasional gigs from like some Radio 1 live lounges or some like MTV awards, and we'd kind of go in and do something. I'd have all these different jobs. I worked in hairdressers, I worked on a building site, I worked in events management, I managed like the bar of a pub, I did so many jobs on the side, and
Right.
occasionally I would get these glimpses of the music industry,
Right, okay.
and it was great. And then occasionally the agent would get like a keyboard gig, and the keyboard is what I love singing, but I love playing the piano. And
That's
she'd-
like more of your
It's
passion.
my passion, yeah. So she kept giving it to other people because she didn't really know that I was a keyboard player. So
Okay.
one day I was like, do you know what? I need to make a change, and only I can make this change. So I
Yeah.
called her up and I was like, look, I appreciate all the work you give me. It's
Yeah.
incredible, and the experiences you give me are incredible. But my passion is playing the piano. And she was like, oh, really? I didn't know that. I was like, yeah. And I just feel like if you give me a keyboard,
chance.
give me a chance, I will show you that this is what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to be a musical director. I'm meant to be a keyboard player, and whoever you give me is going to want to rebook me. I felt a bit big-headed,
Wow.
if I'm honest.
No, I love that, but sometimes you have to just put yourself out there, don't you? You have to do it.
Definitely. So she was like, okay, I'll make a deal then. You know, if I'll give you the next keyboard gig, and if you ace it, then that's fantastic. But if you don't, then happy being a backing singer. I was like, yeah, absolutely fine. This is my one chance.
Oh my God.
So she didn't call me for like 5 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my God.
Did you feel stupid?
Yeah, I thought I'd blown this. I was like, I really must have annoyed her somehow.
Yeah, oh no.
And then one day the phone rang and it was her, and I was like, oh, this could be it. So I picked up the phone. I was like, hi, how's it going? She's like, yeah, good. I was like, I thought I'd annoyed you. She's like, no, I've just been really busy doing different bits. I was like, okay. She's like, I've got you that keyboard gig. I was like, amazing. Thank you so much. I was like, what is it? She's like, it's a Radio 1 Live Lounge. I was like, okay. So yeah, because I was thinking that Live Lounge is like, it's a scary thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're playing to millions of people on the radio.
Live.
Live on the radio. And then she was like, I was like, who's the artist? She was like, Edsheeran. I was like, what?
Oh my God.
And he was like, one of his first performances, he didn't play the guitar for either, so it was just a piano and him singing and then some backing vocalists.
No pressure, mate.
No pressure whatsoever. So I remember just absolutely cacking myself before that. They did this countdown in the Live Lounge, and I was like, oh my God, it was literally only 3 chords. It was really simple. It was Sam Smith's Stay With Me we were covering.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of it. And then he kind of called me back to do something else, and then he called me back to do some more promo, and I kind of went around Europe doing television programs with him.
And you got on quite well?
Yeah, he's the loveliest guy, the most genuine, down to earth, amazing. He's got a heart of gold. Like, he really is the
He
best.
seems like that, and you can sort of tell from his like song lyrics.
Yes, just a
They're so honest.
decent guy. And then he took a break for a while, and his tour manager was Anne-Marie's tour manager at the same time, and Anne-Marie was looking for a keyboard player, and I think my name kind of got chucked in the mix, but nobody really had ever really heard of me, so they just carried on, and I was like, oh, okay, absolutely fine. And then one day I got a call from her musical director saying, I've been given your name by a few people now, can I come and meet you? And I was like, yeah, of course. So he did an audition. He actually, the musical director came to my house, and my studio, which was incredible because I'm rubbish at auditions. I don't think I would have got the gig if I had to audition.
Were you nervous?
No, because I was in my own home.
Because you were in your home.
And he just came down. He was like, "Can you play the songs?" I played the songs on my keyboard with, the energy of my studio. It felt really good. But I think if I had to audition, I would have blown it. So I think, some things are meant to be.
Yeah. What a story. That's so cool. You just kind of went for it, but you believed in yourself.
First and foremost,
Yeah.
that's all I've ever wanted to do. I didn't
Yeah,
do anything
and you've
else.
obviously put the hours in playing the keys, because I heard Ashton earlier demoing this new incredible synth, and you only played like 1 bar, but I was just like, oh my God. What's the project you were demoing again?
I was demoing the new Phantom.
Phantom.
Yeah, which is Roland's like premium workstation. They've not had a premium workstation for a long time, and it's annoyed me for quite some time. And now they've got this product, and it is incredible. It comes in 3 different sizes: 88, 76, and 61.
Wow.
The sounds are incredible. The technology is incredible. The power is incredible. It blows everything out of the water.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, it did sound.
Sounded great, right?
It sounded fat as well. Like when you triggered, you made a little, because you can make a little drum group.
Yeah, it's got
on
like a
it.
sequencer on it, and you can
Yeah.
you can do anything you want to do, anything you can think of that you want to do, it pretty much does.
So
there we go, guys. If you any message to take from Ashton, if you've got the gut feeling, if you think you can do it, just put yourself out there.
Just go for it every time. Just go. Don't give up.
Yeah, you have to hustle a bit, don't you? But there's
Yes, but
you know, there's an art to it. But
as long as you know your craft and you're confident in what you do, then everything will. I think if you're just persistent, everything will fall into place.
yeah, I totally agree. Oh, thanks so much, Ashton.
That's all right. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yay!
So here I am in the main reception of Roland HQ. I really hope you enjoyed that interview I did with Ashton at Abbey Road. I thought it might be interesting if some of you wanted to be a session musician and work your way up to that level to see what he had to say. Don't forget, my album is available to pre-order now. You can do that from my website and you will get a free sample pack if you do that today. Otherwise, I'll see you next week on RKC Weekly.